This video was inspired by this comment. Remember, you can leave your suggestions as well. Hello my fellow doctors, welcome back to your favorite show on the internet, Waifu Spotlight, because every girl is best girl in the eyes of someone. After a heated and very close battle in the polls, it was a tie, and so, for the first time in the history of this series, we have a double feature. In today's episode, we are looking at XUCI and Eunectes, both fan favorites for various reasons, let it be meta, personality, or personality. So, without further ado, let's begin. Starting with XUCI, she's a 6-star ranged operator released with the game on January 16, 2020. She has maintained relevance after all this time by being a good operator, her insane range and damage to mention a few. She's also beloved by the community for being part of the most chaotic fun parties in the ArcNets universe, Penguin Logistics, the most aggressive mailing company in the world. Acting as one of Emperor's most trusted employees, the dynamic trio that XUCI forms with Texas and Croissant is a force to be reckoned with. Her cheerful nature is what most people look at when they first encounter her, but if you have any sort of knowledge, she still respects the Lateran of Fate, and upon closer inspection, she lets very few people to be close to her. Although I think the only real person she's ever been close to is Mostima. I couldn't find much information on their past together, but it's sure to say that Mostima left XUCI behind. Let it be either for her own reasons or forced by someone else, their story is one of intrigue and leaves me wondering if it will be expanded upon.
もし黒い角が生えてて全身からヤバそうなオーラが出てる天使に会ったら、エクシアは君のことを忘れてないよって伝えといてほしいな。
Leaving depressing thoughts behind, XUCI carries a weapon for self-defense at all times. This is her right according to the Laterano law. In-game is considered to be an ancient Laterano artifact, but if you compare it to real-life firearms, then she's using a Chris Vector submachine gun. Even with this classification, she has mastered the use of this weapon and uses it constantly. In her Elite 2 art, we can see she has acquired even more weaponry. In this art, we can identify an HK416 rifle, and in her wings we see an M4 carbine, a Dragunov, and a Fall rifle. However, she still uses her Vector in-game. Her skills show her age in the game, leaving her in a dangerous spot for being power crept. Her first ability, Charging Mode, is automatically used and it empowers her 3 next attacks by 145% at max level. And frankly speaking, her other 2 skills are attack and powers, but for more attacks. The second does 4 attacks, while the third does 5. Her third skill buffs her attack speed for a bit as well. Her talents revolve around attack speed for the first 2 levels, but her third level up gives her Angel's Blessing. That gives her more attack and health, and it applies the same buffs to a random ally when she's deployed. Finally, her base skills affect the trading post, augmenting the order acquisition by 35% at max level. XUCI's outfit is very similar to those acquainted with Penguin Logistics, keeping the black and white color pattern in honor of their boss. She uses a black hoodie with short sleeves and a winey color stripe that match her hair. The word Angel is written on the left arm. She carries her ID so you can complain about why your package came ridden with bullet holes. She also carries a fanny pack, presumably to carry essentials or more ammunition. That's an essential, right? She also has a grey shirt underneath, a black skirt, some good old black thigh highs, and these Yeezys that give me an uncomfortable feeling of being 3D rendered. If you look really hard, you may see it too. XUCI is voiced by Manaka Iwami and Kai Shujin. The reason for her having 2 BAs is kind of controversial, but I'm sure you've heard of it. If not, then you can search about it on Google. Finally, we come to her skins. She has 2 so far, but one of them is CN exclusive. The first one is Wild Operation, with XU on very tactical gear, probably camping in the middle of nowhere, also Bird. The second one, City Rider, was released on a collaboration with KFC. Man, where did these weird collaborations come from? Also, the bird in this one is over there. Now, let's move on to part 2, Eunectes, the snake with the thickest legs out there. Kind of ironic. Eunectes is a 6-star defender operator released on February 25 of 2021 during the Great Chief Returns event, acting as the token rival for Gabriel in the quest of becoming the chieftain of her tribe. Instead of using physical force, she prefers machines to do the work. She even built a mech nicknamed the Big Ugly, but then it was renamed the Raging Ironhide when it was rebuilt in Rhodes Island. This mech serves as the final boss of the event. Eunectes is a quote-unquote very normal individual and is certainly less radical than her counterpart Gabriel. However, if you dare discuss about machinery, then she will fight tooth and nail to defend the fact that she made her entire equipment out of scrap, making her a nerd but also very intelligent. She has extensive knowledge of the world, including foreign languages, even without ever leaving her tribe before joining Rhodes Island. This is due to her massive collection of books. Although her knowledge of the daily life of others is lacking, she reportedly yeeted a bag of chips at that closure had. I know this is not relevant, but it certainly is very funny. She is confirmed to be infected with neuropathy, but the crystals haven't materialized yet in her skin. Her excellent physical condition has diminished the effects of the disease. Now that she's on Rhodes Island, her situation has stabilized completely. Now she's the clear example of the phrase, thick thighs save lives, so much that she has saved her own life. Eunectes was born and raised in the tribe of Akawala, in the region of Sargon, under the name of Sumama. Being a very traditional and somewhat underdeveloped region, they subsisted without any major problems. After Gabriel left this same tribe, many would take claim to the position of chieftain, but none were as strong or wise as Gabriel. She even took the name of Great Chieftain. However, her rival would soon reveal herself. Eunectes wanted nothing more than to create giant robots and tinker with stuff, but her achievements didn't go unnoticed. If she hadn't left her tribe to go with Rhodes Island, she would have become the next great chieftain. But now she's a certified operator and really loves Lancet too. Due to her obsession with machines, she finds Lancet to be almost a deity. This has become a matter of discussion between operators, but she's just too excited. We will leave her be for the time being. At least until she starts making sacrifices to the name of the Great Machine God. Eunectes has very big and juicy defensive and offensive skills. The first skill is Tomahawk, and is more of a passive ability, augmenting her attack and defense for a flat amount, giving plus 25% to both stats at max level. Her second skill is Menacing Slash, a manual ability that increases her attack and attack speed while stunning all blocked enemies during the 18 seconds this skill is able to achieve, giving her a 180% attack increase at max level. Her third skill is Iron Will, which is a giant buff that ends with a 5-second stun. While the skill is active, she gains 230% attack and 160% defense stats. She can also block 2 more enemies and restores 6% of her health every second. This skill can last for 35 seconds at max level. Her talents revolve around gaining more attack while she's healthy and switching to defensive when below 50% health. Her base skills affect the factory, making other operators in the same factory to have no productivity, but she gains 5% bonus for each power center. She also has a very weird interaction with Lancet too. It's a nice Easter egg and a reference to her story, but it's very complicated. Talking about her outfit, Eunectes has very little covering her. This can be due to her origins living in a jungle. Still, this may be one of the greatest reasons why the community likes her, and honestly, I understand. The real crime will be covering those thighs. Eunectes is voiced by Hoko Kuwashima. She also has a skin, of course she does. Forge Master is honestly the best name I've heard in a while, and the background is very nice too. But if we are being honest, this is just what Elite 2 should have been. Yeah, we're done. And there you go. 2 characters and a single waifu spotlight. I've saved my channel and the world of blowing up into an all-out war. You're welcome. Remember that you can leave your suggestions in the comments. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more videos about your favorite tower defense game, and I will see you doctors in the next one. Bye bye.